everybody. How are you? I hope you're having a great start to your evening. My name is Katie Martin and I am coming to you from a bathroom in Florida, even though I'm from Maryland. And I am here tonight to share with you about how to level up your hack. Okay, so once you get your hacking down, that highlight and contour that takes no more than 5 minutes, this is a way for you to take the products that you already have in your compact and just level up, okay? So that's what we're gonna do tonight. So my name is Katie Martin. I live in Maryland. I am a single mom. I have 3 children. I met Maskcara Beauty 3 years, close to 3 years ago. It'll be 3 years this fall. I've been a portrait photographer about 10 years. And I was photographing a gorgeous babe in Savannah, Georgia one fateful day. And I just kept thinking to myself as I was shooting her, God, her makeup looks so good. And one of the things that I would always historically do for my customers and my clients for their photo shoots is I would hire a professional hair and makeup artist. And this particular client, who is now my mascara mama, was like, no, I got it. I don't need a professional. I'm capable. And I was like, okay, girl, you do you. And then I showed up and I was like, I couldn't even hold the camera up to my face, because the difference between camera ready makeup and everyday makeup is like 2 different things. Most of the time, girls that do camera ready makeup, I mean, you could like scrape it off with they got more pancake than IHOP, right? But not this girl. This girl looked as good as every day, but also I just kept looking at the back of my camera and seeing and just being mesmerized by how amazing her makeup looked. And at the end of it, lucky me, she actually said the words, these beautiful words that I hope that someday someone here, you guys have all heard it because you're here, and that you can maybe pass this along. This is the words. Ready? Have you ever heard of Maskcara Beauty? That sentence changed my life. Is that crazy or what? And I was like, no, girl, you got to tell me. And so she just gently took me into her kitchen and showed me all the beautiful brushes and compacts, and I was jaw on the floor. And then she showed me a video of Kara doing her makeup in, no kidding, 1 minute and 58 seconds, and I was shook. I looked at that, I looked at the makeup, and then I looked at her face and I said, I'm in. What does it cost? I'm in. And I signed up right then and there in under an hour. And that was, 2.5 years ago, and there's no looking back. It's been such a ride. I have loved every single minute of my time with this company. And so because I've been around a while, I'm kind of a mascara grandma. They asked me to do the advanced techniques. So here I am with you guys to do the advanced techniques. All right, that's my story. Okay, so what I'm gonna go over tonight with you is 5 things that you can just level up your hack game. Number 1, we're gonna talk about bone structure for your face, because not everybody's face is the same. So how to contour for your bone structure, that's number 1. Number 2, we're gonna talk about lip contouring. That's a thing. Didn't know that was a thing until I met Maskcara. The third thing we're gonna talk about is contour in your brows. Yes, your contour can be used so many different ways, including your brows. And then we're gonna talk about all the different places that illuminator can be used on your face, not just right here, but there and then some. And then finally, how you can mix and match our creams to make your own custom color. It's pretty exciting, which is why you wanna definitely have all the colors in your palette, so that every day it's like making a little cocktail. Like, what do I feel like today? Do I feel like more peach, or do I feel like more pink, or do I feel like more red, right? Okay, so here we go. Everybody ready? You got a pen and paper? You don't need a pen and paper. You can just watch this video again and again. Please do make sure to tag the artist that invited you and say, thank you. Thank you for showing this to me, because it really is so life-changing. All right, so we're gonna talk about contouring for your bone structure. I am not one of those people that is blessed with a lot of volume in my cheeky cheeks, right? People gotta go to the office and get the filler for that, right? So I don't have a whole lot of flesh here. You can see my face is pretty flat. Some people have gorgeous cheeky cheeks. When I lift my cheeks up, not much there. So I have to do my contour, and I'll show you. This is a contour color called henna. It's beautiful. It works on almost any person's face. And then this guy right here is the detail hack brush, and it is the #1 most killer brush for doing contour. It is the only one you'll ever need for contouring, okay? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna load my brush with my contour, and in my case, since I don't have a lot of volume here, I'm gonna bring my contour down the side, just like that, and I'm gonna hook it up under here, okay? I'm gonna make, it's almost like a little Nike swoosh, okay? And that's where my contour is. You guys can see from afar away, it's a little, you know, scary looking, but it's okay. And then what I like to do is I just kind of pull back and forth. I'm careful not to pull down. That's really what I don't want to do. So I'm just going to kind of pull back and forth, blend that out just a touch. I can take it up my temple just a touch there. And now you can see the difference. I have some volume there. Now what happens if you have more of the cheek that everyone loves and you pull your cheek up and you have more of a fullness to your face? In that case, what you're gonna wanna do is you're gonna wanna try to contour more on a deep V angle. So even though that's not right for my face, I'll show you, you're gonna wanna go more like straight down. So that way you have more of a cut. Do you see the difference? I'm gonna fake it here. So see how that takes away some of the volume on the outermost part of my cheek. I'll darken it up and then I'll step back so you guys can see. Do you see the difference? This one comes under and this one kind of comes down, and what you're looking for is if you take your chin to the outer corner of your eye to the center of your chin, that's your line, okay? So if you have a full face or not so full face, that's a tip for you. Okay, so that is tip number one. Now we're gonna move on to lip contouring. Yes, that's a thing. So the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you that you can line your lips with your contour. Now, this is like, I joke whenever I do this on my own live videos on my own page, that it's like taking it all the way back to like 1992 when you were like, girl, I'm just gonna go to 7-Eleven and get myself a Slurpee, maybe play a little Pac-Man, right? This is the liner that happened in those days. So just buckle up, it's really exciting. All right, so what we're gonna do, oh boy, I need to like somehow take, oh yeah, there we go. All your comments, which I love, are in the way of me seeing what I'm doing. So I had to swipe left. So here we go. This is indigo contour, something that is so super dark. Look at that. Isn't that funny looking? We're gonna use indigo contour first to line. And there we are. No one's leaving the house like this. You think I've lost my mind, right? But this is the start. And then what I like to do is I take just a little bit of Arbella bronzer and I flip the brush around and I take like the littlest bit and I just go right here. See that? And then I use my finger and I buff it out. Now, my low lip is a little bigger. At least it's giving you the illusion that it's a little bigger. Now, we obviously have to give ourselves a little bit of help here. And so that brings me to the lip and cheek combo. You ready for this? So I've got my liner on, I've got my little bit of contour underneath there. This is a color called Hollywood, and I'm just gonna use my finger. Put some Hollywood on first. And you're gonna be like, someone tell her she's crazy. But stick with me. Okay. Hollywood. Still not there yet, right? Prepare to be amazed. Look at this little daddy. This one is called Love Spell. I had a little something to do with the making of this, which was very exciting. I love a company that listens to its artists. In any event, this is Love Spell, and it's like a rum raisin color, and it's even more of a neutral. And look at this. Oh yeah. Now we're talking. Now we're getting to that gorgeous nude color. All right. It's not pink. It's not brown. It's somewhere in between. And then the last thing that I'm going to do, I'm going to level this up one more level. You ready? Now there's a color called Tropicana, and Tropicana is one of our glossier peachy colors. And I'm gonna show you how that changes this one last time into the most beautiful nude ever. How's that? Okay, everyone with me? We got it? We got it going on? I might have to put just a touch of blush on so that I don't feel weird because I've got contour on and no blush. So I'm just gonna pop a little bit of this Hollywood right where it belongs so that I can show you now all the places that illuminator can go, all right? All right, now we're in business. Look at that, so simple. All right, so let's talk about illuminator. We have cream illuminator and we have powder illuminator, and they are quite different. And some, in my opinion, are more suitable for certain areas than others. Okay, and I'll give you an example. So I'm gonna talk to the over 40 crowd now. I am one of those people, I'm 42. And so one of the things that I always love to never forget that you gotta put your illuminator here. Now, for a lot of gals in my age bracket, illuminator up here can run right into our crow's feet, things like that, those guys, these little fun things up here. And so when you're using illuminator, because it's in that area, powder has a tendency to collect in fine lines and wrinkles, which is why our makeup is primarily cream, okay? It avoids, you can move your face around all day long with cream-based makeup on and it's not gonna start to crack and settle into all those fine lines like traditional liquid foundations that dry to a powder or a powder foundation. So I knew that. I was using Bare Minerals makeup and it was settling into all my little cracks and creases, and I didn't like it until I met Maskcara, and that's what solved the game. That was changed the game for me. So I do love to use the cream version of the illuminator, at least for this area, okay? It's not to say that this is the end all be all, okay? For every area on your face, I also like to use a little bit of cream just in the center of my nose. That's a good spot for it. But as far as the powder is like megawatt shine. So if you're like under 40 and you wanna rock a whole big, super glammy, like, hey girl, hey, one of them, then you can use this powder all over, have a good time with it. But for me, I like to pick up, you know, one of our eyeshadow everything brushes, say, and I'll take a little bit of this powder stuff and I'll stick it up here. And that might seem like super crazy, right? Like a lot, and you're like, whoa. And so that's okay. You just take your finger and you kind of soften it out. But that does a really beautiful job, if you can see that, of just highlighting my upper brow bone. This is a color called Glamazing. And it is both amazing and glamorous. So I like it there. I also like it right here in my little inner corner of my little puddles of my inner eyes. I think that does, and again, I'll just use my finger to kind of soften and blend that out, but it's like, okay, I'm a little more awake now. All right, and then you can also use your illuminator, and I'll just highlight one other product that not a lot of people talk about or that we have, but one of these illuminators is a solid perfume, and so the solid perfumes come in 4 flavors. Number 2 is my favorite, not being biased, but number 2 is my favorite. And one place that I like to do my illuminator slash solid perfume is right on my collarbone, okay? So you can read up on the scent profiles of each of our solid perfumes. I will tell you that adding one of these to your compact adds a beautiful sensory experience to you doing your makeup. Like, you'll sit down, you'll open your compact, and you'll get hit with this beautiful smell, and you're like, sheesh, if this could not be more enjoyable, now it smells good. So it makes you want to do your makeup even more. Okay, finally, the last place that I like to sometimes put illuminator, and this goes along with the lip contour that's down underneath, you can highlight your Cupid's bow with some too. Okay, just like that. So now, what we think? Okay, we like that? All right, so that is tip number, I don't even know. Let's do our brows, shall we? Last thing. We did the lip and cheek combo, we did the illuminator, we contoured for bone structure, we've contoured our lips. Now we are going to leave you with the brow game. Okay, so this is called Astoria Contour, and this is our Hotline Brow Brush. And all you have to do, guys, it's so simple. I love that something that's already in your compact can do more than one job. As if these $14 tins weren't valuable enough for what they're doing, you can take them and make them have multiple jobs. So again, I contoured my lips with contour. I contoured my cheeks with contour, and now I'm gonna do my brows. And for me, doing my brows is just a snap. What I like to do is just trace the underside of that arch underneath your brow, and then I'll just take it and I'll pull straight up. Now I do have my brows microbladed, so I don't need a ton of contour here, but I like to just fill them in. I'm probably due for a little touch up anyway on my microblading, but I like that my contour can just give me a little bit of polish. Do you see all these little bald spots throughout here? Like how gnarly that is? And over here, I've got a nice smooth brow. And let me tell you guys, if I had to choose between doing like a full eye makeup or doing my brows, if I had like 30 seconds to go before the buzzer on a game show, I'd be like, hit the buzzer, brows every time. Brows every time, because I feel like brows really do frame your face, okay? So again, we'll just kind of come through here. It only takes a second of your day. Just trace the underside of your brow, and then the tiniest amount of product too is needed. It's amazing to me that these guys are only 14 bucks and they last quite a long time. And there we go. That's all there is to it, y'all. Comb them through. If you find that you've applied too much, this little spoolie end on the end of the brush just helps you kind of soften things out and gives you just a little bit of play and maneuverability with everything. So, did we have fun? Are you guys excited for everything else that's coming up? I hope so. Again, my name is Katie Martin. I loved being here with you guys tonight. Definitely tag the artist that invited you and tell them thank you. And maybe we'll see you as an artist someday with our company. And if that day ever comes, you make sure and DM me, okay? Bye guys, God bless.